Hey, it's HighTechDad, and today I'm in my kids' room and I'm looking at this ancient looking ceiling fan that I'm actually going to be replacing with a more modern looking smart fan. So I did receive a 48-inch ceiling fan from Smafan, that's S-M-A-F-A-N. I'm going to be taking out this old one. I won't be walking through that whole process because that could take a while, but I will show the final install, maybe a couple of steps along the way, and then run through some of the functionality of this smart fan and why exactly it's smart. So stay tuned. So let's go through some unboxing and see what's inside. So there is a warranty card in here that says Carro, which is probably the name of this company earlier, or the manufacturer of the fan. But again, this is a review for Smafan. So we have instructions. They look fairly simple. I'll be going through all this. I won't be showing the install, but all that stuff is there. You have 3 fan blades. They're white. We wanted to match the color of my daughter's room. Everything else is carefully packed in here. This looks like it's a light cover, dome light cover. Then this is the motor itself. It's packaged up. There's some LED lights that are in here as well that are attached. Inserts for all the fan blades. This is the mount that we'll be putting into the ceiling. Not too heavy, couple of pounds. It also comes with a remote control that you can mount onto the wall. It can be screwed in that way. Looks like there are some fan balance weights and things like that in case your fan is spinning lopsided. And there are a few other hardware items, screws and other things, and a few other things. And that's pretty much it that's inside the package. So I'm going to start reading the directions, assembling it, taking out the old fan, and we'll see where we go from there. Okay, the old fan has been removed and I actually put in the mounting bracket. I had to use the same screws that I had in my previous fan, and trust me, taking down the old fan is a lot harder than you think, especially when you don't have instructions. So this is all set. We're going to be putting on the motor and everything else shortly. So one thing that's interesting is that there isn't really a bigger wiring diagram other than this little thing here. And my question was around the ground wire, because the transformer only has the black and the white on it. So on the mounting bracket itself, there actually is, I'm going to climb up my ladder here. Here's my ground wire. There is a ground here that just attaches into the mounting bracket. And then the other two are the black and the white cables that I'll be connecting. And one more thing that's important to note, this little hook, I was wondering what that was. This is to hang a safety wire or installation wire from. So it's just a little hook, and then what you have here is a cable with a little hole in it, and you just slip that through and attach it to the hook so that it hangs down and you can do all the rest of the wiring. So that's what I'm doing next. All right, so this is what I was talking about. That little hook right there holds the rest of the fan, which is great, except my problem is these wires don't quite reach that, so I'm going to still have to prop it up somehow. This is where I wish I had an extra set of hands to do this, but I'll figure it out. And also, as I mentioned, the grounding wire I did connect together to the bracket with the ground that comes from the ceiling. And here's my solution for not having anyone to help me. I have an extendable ladder here. It's a Gorilla ladder, and I adjusted it up, and I'm able to rest the lamp up there, lamp in the motor, and you can see 2 wires are really close, so I'll be able to connect those really easily. So yay. So the wiring phase is done. I did put on some larger wire nuts on here, just so that they are very secure, and I did a kind of a messy job doing some electrical taping on it, but just figured I'd do that while everything is down. So the next step is to just mount this to the ceiling and then attach the blades, and we should be done. So in order to install the blades, you need to remove the lamp assembly. That just unscrews and exposes various brackets that you're going to be screwing in the blades to. Kind of a neat thing. So this is the lamp assembly. The LEDs actually are held in place by magnets, which is kind of a cool thing, so that you can align the wiring all up to it quite easily. So next, putting in the blades. All right, so the first blade is in. Pretty easy to do. There was one screw that was a little tight. I'm going to be doing the other ones. Quick side note here, if you have a white fan, be sure you wash your hands before doing any kind of handling of white materials. Otherwise, you're gonna have a lot of dirty fingerprints on everything. All right, that's it. So the LED lights are attached. All I gotta do now is screw on the lamp assembly, which should be easy enough to do. And then I'm gonna power it on and see how things work. All right, so the moment of truth, fan is installed. Got my remote, I have to pair it. Supposedly you turn on the power and within 1 minute you hit the pairing button to make sure that they connect. And I'm gonna walk over and turn on the light switch. Okay, the light works, so that's a good thing. And I hit the pair button. I'm not sure if I'm supposed to hold it for a long time or not. Reading the instructions. Press and hold for 3 seconds. And that's it. So it's paired because it turned it off. So let's test out the remote now. Obviously we have some light. Light works. I can dim the light, which is nice. I can change the color temperature. Let's see. So various different types of color temperature. And that's dimming. All right, so we know the lights work. Let's try the fan. So there are a couple of different things here. You can change whether the fan's going forward and reverse. You can change the speed. There's a nature button, which I'm assuming varies the speed to make it feel like a breeze. So let's try turning this on to high. Hopefully I have fresh batteries here. Maybe I have to press and hold to turn it on. Yeah, so press and hold to turn it on, and then it'll slowly start ramping up. It's very quiet, so this looks like it's on full power. It's blowing stuff all over the place. So I clicked on low or a lower speed. Just have to get used to this remote. So now I'm going to try nature. So it slowed it way down. It's going very slow. Practically off. And now it's picking up a little. It's sort of varying the speed and stuff like that. So looks like it works. Turned it off, takes a little time to slow down. Can turn off the light, and there you have it. Now I'm gonna try and hook it up to the smart home. So I was able to hook it up with Amazon Alexa, and here you can see the app. You can turn the power on the fan and adjust the fan speed. It shows up as different types of lights, white light and yellow light. You can do it simultaneously. And then you can turn off the power and adjust the brightness and turn everything off right through the control panel. This is in Google. You can do the same sort of things. You can't adjust the fan speed, but you can adjust the lights independently, and you can adjust the brightness and dimness of the lights. So that's pretty easy to use as well. And you can see everything right from the Google Home dashboard. So this is in the actual fan application. It has a little bit more robust settings. You can adjust the fan. Again, the yellow light, the white light. You can change the speed of the fan to sleep or natural, which is the wind, or normal. You can adjust the fan speed and the various lighting configurations. And then there are other types of things you can do, like adjust the timer. You can set up a schedule. You can change the direction of the fan speed for winter or summer. And that's it. So that video is a little bit longer than I had originally planned, because as I was going through the install, I realized there are probably some steps that you wanted to see as opposed to read in a manual. The hardest part actually was removing the old fan, and that I did without a manual. Just took everything apart, so now laying on the floor. Hopefully I'll donate it to someone who could use it, because it works just fine. But anyway, this was the 48-inch ceiling fan by Smafan. It is easy to install. I have it hooked up to my smart home now on Google and on Amazon. And it obviously has a remote control that you can use. And you can read more about it on my website at HighTechDad.com. And if you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments below, or you can ask me on Twitter, and I'm at HighTechDad. And you can head over to my Facebook page at facebook.com/HTDblog and leave a comment there or ask any questions there. And be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel, hit the button, click the bell, like the video, leave any comments that you have. I'm going to be doing lots of other gadget reviews and technology reviews, so be sure that you subscribe. Thanks for watching, and hope you found this useful.